I want to thank everybody for being here, including the Lieutenant Governor, Senators Hughes and Campbell, and Representatives Guerin and Noble. A lot of lawmakers behind me gathered here. We wouldn't be here but for everybody who's a member of the House and Senate coming together to support legislation that supports life. Similarly, we have so many advocates who've been engaged in this process for literally decades, and they've been involved, and because of their involvement, we've been able to pass legislation after legislation after legislation, so much so Texas has passed more pro-life legislation than any state in the United States of America. The legislature has passed, and I've signed laws that protect the life of every child. A problem, however, is that some cities have circumvented those laws, using taxpayer dollars to support abortion. Senate Bill 33 ends that. It prohibits cities, counties, school districts, as well as the state from financially or logistically supporting abortions. Another law is Senate Bill 31. Listen, we support all lives. That includes the life of both the child and the mother. Senate Bill 31 fulfills that commitment with the Life of the Mother Act. It clarifies that a doctor may act to save the life of a pregnant woman when she faces a life-threatening condition. It also protects doctors from both civil and criminal liability if they are acting to save the life of her pregnant mother. And it makes clear that treatment for ectopic pregnancies or miscarriages does not violate Texas abortion laws. This protects both mothers and babies, while giving medical professionals the legal security and clinical clarity that they need. I got the wrong end of that one. Senate Bills 31 and 33 are law in the great state of Texas. Now, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick.
Thank you, Governor. Back when you were still Attorney General and I was a senator, we passed the beginning of this journey, the sonogram bill, which you fought to be sure that we survived and won in courts. And from that day through a long series of bills, once you became governor and I became lieutenant governor in 2015 and continuing to this session, by some calculation, on the total number of bills, as you said, we passed more than any other state, that we have saved possibly over 300,000 babies. That's 300,000 little Texans who will one day be an adult to have hundreds of thousands of more little Texans. And they will have their little Texans. So what you have done and what the House and the Senate have done on these two bills is just another step in that direction, because the most important thing really that we all have when we get elected is to protect life, public safety, And this is protecting life at the very beginning. So I don't know what order is next, but I'll let
Senator Campbell.
the authors speak on their bills.
Thank you. Well, thank you, Governor. Thank you, Lieutenant Governor. Thank the Speaker, everybody that had a part in this. These two bills are about a culture of life. Oh, happy day, right? Big cities found loopholes in order to use taxpayer dollars to transport mothers outside the state to have their abortion. This bill put an end to it. Texas is a culture of life. We will keep Texas strong because we respect life. Thank you.
Now, Representative Noble.
It was my honor to carry Senator Campbell's bill in the Texas House because it's egregious to think that something that is illegal in Texas that you can use Texas tax dollars to accomplish in another state. And so it is with great pride that we were able to pass Senate Bill 33 and to make it law that life is protected in the state of Texas and tax dollars are protected in the state of Texas. And I'm proud to have carried that bill in the Texas House.
Thank you. Now, Senator Hughes.
Thank you, Governor. That precious little baby growing inside her mother's womb. She's the most innocent, the most helpless, and the most deserving of protection a human can ever be. In Texas, we've always recognized that we can save the life of that little unborn baby while we love and support and respect that mom. We can do both. We can love them both. And that's why the Alternatives to Abortion program, now the Thriving Texas Families program, which everyone here supported, Governor, has signed hundreds of millions of dollars to help that little baby after the baby's born and to help the mom before and after. Along those lines, Texas law has always recognized that in that tragic situation where the mom's life's in danger, where the mom has a medical emergency, in those situations, going back 2 centuries, if you will, to the 1800s, Texas law has always recognized that life of the mother. But in recent years, some physicians and hospitals have been confused about the law. Most doctors and hospitals get it right, but some were confused, and moms were being harmed and even losing their lives because of that. So the Life of the Mother Act, we're so thankful. We approached Lieutenant Governor about this early on, about approaching this issue. Governor Abbott from early on supporting this, the Speaker. And so the pro-life community and the medical community and everyday Texans and folks from all across the state came together to get something we can all agree on, that the life of the mother has to be protected. So we're so thankful to be here today, so honored to be part of this. And Governor, Lieutenant Governor, thank you very much. Glad to be here.
Thank you. Now, Representative Garrett.
Thank you, Governor. I want to particularly thank Senator Hughes. There's 31 senators and 150 House members, so it took a little more persuasion on the House side than it did on the Senate side, and I still lost a few votes, but with Senator Hughes' help in the caucus, we were able to get this through. And what this provides is confidence for the mothers that the proper medical care will be available to them. They don't have to lie on a table and nearly bleed out before someone does something. So we need for the people of the state of Texas and the mothers especially to understand that we're behind them. And if there's a medical emergency, their health and their life can be saved. And prior to this, as Senator Hughes said, there was some confusion by some doctors. Probably shouldn't have been, but this provides the clarification and the safety that the mothers need. And thank all of y'all for being here. And Governor, thank you for signing this.
That's right.
Thank you. Thanks again to everybody here, and especially once again, thanks to all of the advocates who've been involved in this, leaned into it, provided power behind it for decades now. Together, we made Texas the #1 state in the United States for protecting the lives of our babies.
Wonderful.